Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy Anthony Williams, the founder of rebeltosucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it. What up, Rebels? It's your boy Ant from Rebel to Succeed coming at you with another podcast episode. So in this podcast episode, I want to share with you some information that I came across by Grant Cardone. Again, that's Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is a very famous guy. He's like a real estate mogul. I know he owns a lot of real estate. He's a very good salesman. I know I did read, a couple of chapters of one of his older books called Sell or Be Sold, which is a philosophy that I would, I would encourage you guys to dive into. Very good book. And I only read a couple of chapters of it. I never finished it. I do plan on finishing it one day, but, I wanted to share, something that he was, it was like a speech that he did with a couple of kids. And I want to share this clip with you guys because it was I felt like it had some major gems in it. So check out this clip by Grant Cardone.
Today I want to talk to you about something that was never taught to me in school. Success. What is it, man? What is it? To win. Somebody said it's to win. Somebody said it's the girl. Somebody said it's money. Somebody said it's power and respect and admiration and people recognize me. Look, everybody in this room should have some of that. Would you agree? You're going to either go get it or somebody else is going to go get it. This is how this thing plays out, okay? It will have nothing to do with your grades. It's going to have something to do with whether you decide and stay focused on what you want in your life. Okay? Everybody's going to have a choice to get it. There's two types of people in this room right now. And that's it. There's two types of people. People that are going to get what they want and the life they want, and people that don't. Two types of people, folks. People that get the life they want, and everybody else. Okay? What group you want to be in? Okay? Two types of groups. What are they? Get the life they want, and everybody else. My little girl, she's 3 years old. She wanted a piece of gum this morning on my way to work. She's like, Papa, I want some gum. I'm like, baby, you don't get gum until you eat your breakfast. Now, you know that. She's like, that's not fair. I said, life is not fair. Life is bad for too many people, good for a bunch of people, and great for this many. Which one you want? Because it's not fair. How many agree life is not fair? How many see bad things happen to good people? Happens all the time, okay? So I want to talk to you about what is success. For me, success is defined because all of you said money, the girl, the house, the career, respect, admiration. For me, money is defined as the gap. It's the gap. The difference between where I am right now and where I want to be. I was 15 years old. Okay, just let me explain to you. I was 15 years old, and the biggest problem I had when I was 15 was I was bored too much. I was bored all the time, man. I was constantly bored. I didn't have enough to do. I didn't know anything about potential. I knew I had potential, but the biggest reason I was bored is because I wasn't going after my potential all the time. It's why I didn't study. I didn't pay attention in class. Okay, when I got out of class, I didn't know what to do. I didn't think my grades matter, but they did matter. You know why? Because until I actually learned how to read a book, until I decided, hey, I got to read, man. I got to learn how to read. I couldn't fulfill my potential. Everything you want, folks, everything you want is in a book. Everything you want to learn in life is in a book somewhere. And you can resist it. The average American reads one book a year. Okay? The average American reads one book a year. Some of you, you're like, damn, that's more books than I read last year. Okay? I've written 5 books in the last 4 years. Because when I look at America today, I'm like, oh my God, America's in trouble right now. You know why? Because average is an epidemic. Average people, average athletes. 250,000 kids every year come out of high schools playing basketball. 250,000 kids every year are playing basketball, scholastic basketball, in order to try to play in the NBA. You know how many out of 250,000 play in the NBA? 5 out of 250,000. Life ain't fair. Life is bad for a bunch of people, good for a lot of people, and great for a few. You guys got to decide where it's going to be, okay? Like, your potential is where you'll determine your greatness. I challenge you this summer to only be focused on, hey man, what's my potential? Because if I'm operating in my potential, the next place, no matter how good you are, how many agree there's another potential? No matter how good you play your video game, no matter how good you are in school, no matter how good you are on the field, there's another place where coach is trying to push you to that next level, and that's where it gets exciting. That's where people get excited. LeBron could retire right now. 2 rings, money he can't spend, right? Why does he stay in the game? What keeps him excited? It's not yesterday's success. It's his potential. It's this right here. And everybody in the room's got another potential, okay? Failure is defined falling short of your potential. There's 2 types of people in the world. People that get whatever they want, when they want, how they want it, how much they want of it. They get their cake, they eat it too. They can toot their own horn. They get to play wherever they want to play, go where they want to go. They never run out of money. They never run out of women. They never run out of whatever they want in their life, okay? And then there's everybody else. Look, there's people walking out of high schools right now saying, hey, I'm going to go get my piece. And you guys have an opportunity right now to learn it in the auditorium, to learn it on the playing field every day, to build that discipline to say, hey, I'm going to get what I want. Don't wait until you're 25 or 35 or 45 years old. Start building that discipline right now to get what you want, because there's 7 billion other people on this planet trying to get it, trying to get this thing called success. See, most people think success is a straight line. I'm going to get out of high school, I'm going to get a job, and everything's going to be fine. That's not how it plays out, folks, okay? This is how it plays out. Guy decides he wants something, and the line gets all squiggly. See, that's really what success looks like. What this guy did over here was he persisted. This guy's in a fantasy. This is a fantasy. It's not how it works, okay? See, right now, a guy decides over the summer, hey man, I'm gonna get this job this summer, and I'm gonna make some money this summer. And then he gets distracted by the first squiggly. I don't know what he's doing. He's squiggling off because he's not focused on his success. He squiggles. You ever use this term, squiggle? Yeah, man, I'm doing a squiggle. You know, I'm gonna go out and hang out with the guys this weekend. It's a squiggle. It's off path, off purpose, off potential. And so he ends up in a bunch of loops over here. Most people get stuck in loops. I did. When I got out of high school, I was in a lot of trouble. Didn't have any focus. Wasn't fulfilling my potential. Was distracted. Didn't have a coach. Didn't have an older brother. Didn't have a father. Lost. What am I doing? Okay, don't know where I'm going. I know I got this potential. It's sitting there inside of me. It's a little candle burning. I know it's there. I hadn't quite put it out when I was 20 years old. But it was low. Any of you ever been there? What am I doing every day, man? Why am I getting up every day? Why am I going to school? I didn't even know why I was going to school. I was just going to school. I was just doing school. I didn't even want to go to school. See, I'm squiggling around, okay? If you persist and stay focused and surround yourself with other people that persist and stay focused, who knows, maybe you'll come out the other end. 2 types of people, what are they? People that get what they want, have the life they want, and everybody else, okay? So look, here's the 4 degrees of action. This is what I'm going to challenge you to do this summer. Number 1, do nothing. Everybody in the room's done that before. How many in the room have done nothing before? Okay? You think you have. Actually, number 1 doesn't exist. Number 2 is to retreat. Okay, I'll explain all these. These are the 4 actions you're going to take this summer. To do nothing, sit around and do nothing. Number 2, to retreat, to back up. Okay, you ever retreat? You ever retreat? Anybody in the room ever retreat? No, never. Retreat, back up. I'm going to back up. Hey, man, I need to study right now. And then you decide not to study. What is that? That's backing up. That's retreating. Okay? You do that all the time? Okay? Hey, man, I'm going to help my mom out. I'm going to help my mom out, man. Oh, no, I ain't. I'm going to help my little brother out. No, I'm not. You're going to retreat. That's an action. Backing up is an action. Number 3 is normal. Normal levels of activity. People just do what is ever expected of them. Normal. I'm going to show up for class. I'm going to sit in class for 50 minutes. I'm going to act like I'm paying attention. But hey, come on, let's keep it real. I'm squiggling. I'm squiggling in the classroom. I'm over here. I'm over there. I'm over there. I'm not learning. I'm not reading. I'm not studying. I'm not preparing. I'm on a squiggle. Serious squiggle. How many have been on a serious squiggle doing normal? The whole world's doing number 3. And number 4 is massive levels of activity. Massive, tremendous amounts of activity is where success lives, okay? Which one of those 4 do you think is the most dangerous? The most dangerous of all those is number 3. Normal levels of activity. You showed up for practice and you just did the practice, okay? Number 2, people do constantly, particularly in schools. They back up from an activity. They wait for the teacher to do something or the coach to do something rather than them jumping in and saying, hey, I'm here. I'm going to dominate this space. What word do you like better, compete or dominate? Dude, you want to dominate. You don't want to compete in a space. You want to own a space. So the way to do that is number 4, massive levels of activity. Some people think number 4 is actually dangerous. But I'm going to suggest to you to be dangerous. Find something you love, man, and do it. Own it, control it, take massive levels of activity with it. People tell me, dude, man, you've got some problems, man. Constantly. I had a guy tell me 3 days ago, dude, you got problems, man. I said, really? What are my problems? You're obsessive, compulsive, ADD. Any of you remember been labeled those things? You got attention deficit disorder. You got what is it? A OCD? What is it called? Obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm like, bro, I ain't got a problem. Yeah, man, you got compulsive obsessive disorder. I'm like, dude, that's a gift. I got gifts, my brother. I have been blessed by the great gods of the universe with obsessive. I am obsessed with my success, with my family's success. That's not a disease. Let me tell you the disease right there. It's number 3. Number 3 is the disease. Number 3 is an epidemic in this country. You're going to school with kids that are just average rather than saying, dude, I demand greatness in my life. I want success. You got 3 weeks, guys? If you take 3 weeks and say, hey, I want new problems for the next 3 weeks. New problems. You know what a new problem is? Big, juicy problems. Most people want nothing to do with a problem, right? They like, leave problems alone. Look, you want big new problems, juicy problems. For the next 3 weeks, if your body hurt more than it hurt yesterday, that would be a new problem. Would that be a good problem or a bad problem? Means you're working, right? Okay? You want new problems. I want to experience bigger problems. Number 2, criticized by your peers. The moment I take massive action, I'm going to be criticized by other people. I'm showing up early. I'm staying late. What are the average people going to say? You're a freak. Please call me a super freak. Okay? Number 3, I'd actually be promoted into the cycle if I was taking massive action. It's a guaranteed, I'm just showing you guaranteed ways to be that first group of people. What's the first group? They get whatever they want. You want to get whatever you want in your life? Go get you massive action. Get new problems. Get promoted. You'll be more inspired. You want to have goals so big. You want to have goals so big that your problems pale in comparison. How many of you got problems in your life? Everybody in the room. I'm going to suggest to you that you get your focus on where you're going, your potential, where you want to go. Get that focus so big that your problems are smaller. Here's the deal. If you have attention on your problems, your goals aren't big enough. If you have attention on any problem you have in your life, it is because your goals aren't big enough. How many of you wrote your goals down this morning? Anybody in the room? How about yesterday? Okay. How about this week? I write my goals down every morning and every night. Okay? Every morning when I wake up, pull out a legal pad. Hey, where am I going in my life? Where am I going? What do I want to do? What kind of life do I want for my family? What kind of life, how much money do I want? Do I want to own a private jet? Would I like to have a helicopter? Would I like to have a big boat? Okay? What do I want for my kids? Every morning I wake up and the first thing I do is I write down my goals. Before I go to sleep at night, I write down my goals. Every time I lose in life, every time I lose, every time I'm defeated, I write my goals down. Why do I want to do that? Why would that be beneficial to me? It motivates me. It puts my attention on where I'm going, not where I'm at. Let's say I'm working a deal. I just finished working a deal and I was defeated in the deal. Do I want my attention on the defeat or do I want my attention on where I'm going? I want my attention on where I'm going. So I pull my legal pad out. I don't look at the defeat. I look at, hey, where am I going? Where do I want to go in life? What is my destination? If you've ever been in a car, a windshield in a car is that big, right? How big's the rearview mirror? It's about that big. Why do you think that is? Because you want your attention on the future, on the potential, on where I'm going, on my goals. So a couple things I'd like you to do when you leave here. Number one, how many of you like the idea of writing your goals down every day? This isn't homework your teacher's going to give you, okay? Hey, I wake up in the morning, where am I going? I don't care how big it is, man. I want $1 billion, okay? I want the hottest chick in the universe. I want Maxim top 5, whatever you want. I don't care what it is. I want a little boy. Whatever you want. They're your goals, okay? You want goals that are giant, folks. You want goals that are so big that every day you wake up and you're excited. And the reason I wasn't excited when I was your age was because nobody was telling me, man, have some goals, man. Because if you don't have your own goals, this is what you're going to do. You're going to spend your whole life making somebody else's dreams come true. Two types of people. People that get what they want and have the life they want, and everyone else. I'm going to do it and you do it, okay? I pledge a commitment to my success, my family's success, and to the successful survival of the company I represent. Success is not an option for me, but something I insist upon achieving. Success is not something others can give me, nor is it something the government or the economy can provide me. Success is not determined by luck, chance, race, creed, color, or religion, but is dependent upon hard work, creativity, follow through, and persistence. I refuse not to have my success. I refuse to quit prior to achieving my success. And I will do everything ethical in claiming my right to my success. My success is my duty, my obligation, and my responsibility.
So that was a clip by Grant Cardone. Very informational. He did share a couple of keys in there. And I wanted to share my thoughts on his whole philosophy about, there's people that get the life they want. And then there's people, and then there's everybody else. So, again, he says there's people that get the life they want. And then there's everybody else. There's people that get the life they want, and then there's everybody else. So you can tell his philosophy on success is very, very, the way he looks at it is very aggressive, right? So it's just, kill or be killed, sell or be sold, live your dream life or, you don't. And again, I kind of like people like that sometimes because it's right in your face with it. It's letting you know, look, you're going to have to be, a bit aggressive. You're going to have to go after it. You're going to have to get it. You're going to have to make it happen. You can't be passive all the time. You know what I mean? So there's a time and a place to be passive. There's a time and a place to be aggressive. So you could tell his approach is, a bit more aggressive, make it happen, right? And I love the fact that he shared that with them kids because, you know, a lot of times parents like to sugarcoat things about their kids. They don't really want to, you know, scare their kids or anything like that. And, sometimes that could be a bad thing because the world is, the world can be a scary place. And, when you get older, it's just going to be a reality check for some of these kids that's been babied all of their lives. That's why I love kids that have, faced a lot of adversity and they feel like, that's a disadvantage for them, which when it's really the total opposite. Your adversity as a kid or in life period is, it's a advantage. You know what I mean? To some of these people who have been babied all of their lives. So, but yeah, you got to take that approach. I feel like that's a good approach to take is to, go after success and be all in. So, when you think about it that way it's as either I'm going to live my dream life or I'm not, you know what I mean? You're going to have to wake up and make it happen. Go and live your dream life. Who says that you can't do that? You know what I mean? Only you. So, and I would really cut out all of the haters and actually use them for their energy. You know what I mean? Use them, like, don't allow the negative people and the things that they say to stop you from trying to live your dream life. You know what I mean? Or get in the life that you want. So I know for me there's no turning back, you know what I mean? On certain things that I have set in my life and set in my vision, I'm working for, my last name. You know what I mean? I'm this is legacy for me. So there's no turning back. It's this story about, a group of men who I forgot the exact name of it, but they would before they would go into war, they would burn the ships. So, you got to burn the ships, man, and go get the life that you want, or be like everybody else, and be like the people who don't get the life they want. So, I'm not trying to play games here. I'm going after it, and that's how you got to take it sometimes. That's how you got to approach it sometimes. So, hopefully, you guys been inspired by this clip by Grant Cardone. Very smart guy, very successful. And yeah, hopefully you found value in it. If so, if you like Grant Cardone, if you like his message, then leave a review. Let me know what you thought about it. And yeah, go to the website, rebel2succeed.com. And last but not least, be a rebel. Reach everybody by exercising love. And it's your boy Yan from Rebel to Succeed. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebel2succeed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.